Confined space entry is high risk, the most dangerous site operation. Here the question is, why confined spaces are considered hazardous? Confined spaces are considered high risk and hazardous for several reasons, which can lead to serious injury or death if proper precautions are not taken. Here, I'll highlight the main factors that contribute to the high risk associated with confined spaces, ultimately lead to workplace incidents if suitable arrangements are not made in time. In short, we'll see what are the potential risks and hazards. But before going in depth, I would like to memorize you that you are on the platform of Safety First Life. If you are visiting for the first time, kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for all future notifications. And if you find the video informative, then like, comment and share it with your friends and colleagues. Number 1. Limited entry and exit. This is the number one danger in a confined space because of its restricted access. Confined spaces often have limited entry and exit points, making it difficult for workers to enter or exit quickly in case of an emergency. Secondly, emergency response. In the event of an accident, rescuing an injured or trapped worker can be challenging and time-consuming due to restricted access. So, the number one cause what make it more dangerous is limited entry and exit point. The second important risk, poor ventilation. In confined spaces, you are in a deep trench or in a sewage manhole. There might be, and definitely there is, oxygen deficiency. Confined spaces may have poor ventilation, leading to a lack of oxygen, which can cause suffocation or impaired judgment. In the confined space, there might be toxic atmosphere, the accumulation of hazardous gases, vapors, or dust can reach dangerous levels, posing inhalation risks. A confined space might have explosive atmospheres. Flammable gases or vapors can accumulate and create a risk of explosion or fire. Number 3, physical hazards. Structural issues. Confined spaces may have structural hazards like unstable walls or floors, which can cause entrapment or collapse. There might be temperature extremes. These spaces can be subject to extreme temperatures, causing heat stress or hypothermia. There might be limited visibility. Poor lighting conditions can increase the risk of accidents and make it difficult to detect hazards. These all types can be included in physical hazards. Number 4, psychological stress. Claustrophobia. Working in confined spaces can induce feelings of claustrophobia and anxiety, affecting a worker's ability to perform tasks safely. A confined space is usually an isolated space. The isolated nature of confined spaces can prevent workers from seeking immediate help in case of emergencies. Number 5, chemical hazards. Exposure to harmful substances. Workers might be exposed to hazardous chemicals that can cause immediate or long-term health issues. A confined space may have corrosive substances. Contact with corrosive materials can lead to severe injuries. So there are physical hazards. There is psychological stress. Number 6, lack of communication. Communication challenges are always there. It can be difficult to maintain communication with workers inside confined spaces, complicating coordination and emergency responses. In a confined space, supervision and monitoring is also not easy. Continuous monitoring of conditions and worker status can be difficult, increasing the risk of unnoticed hazards. And number 7, entrapment and engulfment. There are engulfment hazards. Materials such as liquids or granular substances can engulf workers, leading to suffocation or crushing injuries. There might be entrapment risk. Workers can become trapped by machinery or equipment within the confined space. Dear friends and fellows, due to these factors, confined spaces require strict safety plans and procedures, including thorough risk assessments, proper ventilation, continuous atmospheric monitoring, emergency preparedness, and adequate training for workers. Personal protective equipment, PPE, and communication devices are also essential to ensure the safety of workers operating in these high-risk environments. You know very well, a safety practitioner has to inspect whole the site, all tasks and operations. Mostly in a construction site, there are 1 or 2 safety practitioners. It depends on the size of the project and the culture of the organization. But here the most important question is, if a single activity or a task has this much potential hazards or dangers, and on the other hand, the responsible person, safety officer, has plenty of other tasks to do the same time, how is it possible that he or she will accurately spot the dangers and risks in the shortest possible time, and then start their other similar roles in different site operations? Definitely, I believe he or she needs a checklist, comprehensive checklist, where he can address every single hazard that may ultimately lead to a catastrophic workplace accident if not controlled and managed in time. That's why permit to work system is the fundamental part of confined space entries. But additionally, a checklist may help to prepare a confined space prior to issue and receive a confined space entry permit. If all precautions are carried out, arrangements made, resources provided, then confined space entry might be considered safe and the level of risk is up to an acceptable level. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and share the video. Hope to see you soon with a new HSC tutorial. Until then, take care. Good luck and goodbye.